Hi folks, Aaron here. Welcome back to the anime review. Today we're looking at Darling in the FRANXX, episode 1, which has been, I want to say, one of the more hyped up shows of the winter 2018 season. I mean, everyone and their mother who is a fan of Trigger and A1 Pictures has been talking about this show nonstop. I mean, a lot of my friends I know are just telling me nonstop, you have to watch it, you're gonna love it. And I saw the previews of it, I saw what was coming out, and I was like, you know what, it looks pretty good. I'll tell you, the first episode, it's beyond pretty good. This show is actually phenomenal. I will say there are one or two issues I had with the first episode, but overall, it was very enjoyable, and I'll tell you, it definitely was one of the stronger shows of the season so far. I don't know if about the best. I've seen some people say the best. I don't think it was the best of the season so far, but it was definitely up there with the top, 5 at least. So anyways, in case any of you guys don't know what Darling in the FRANXX is, I'll give you guys a rundown of it, obviously. So the synopsis of it, essentially, from what I know so far, is we are in this kind of future landscape where there are male and female pilots that pilot these giant suits of armor, essentially called FRANXX. Each FRANXX has to have both a male and female. That's the way it has to go. And we meet our main characters already, but we meet Hiro, who is apparently having issues because he had a partner at one time, but something must have happened. They haven't gone really too much in detail with that, causing him to lose his ability to pilot. And then we also meet this very rare pilot. I think she's called I want to say Elistia or something like that. And she has horns and stuff like that. She's also apparently a parasite, which they're all called parasites. That part is a little fuzzy on me, and that's probably one of my complaints about this episode, but I'll get into that more in a second. But she's known as the partner killer because every partner apparently she's ever had, she's basically gotten them to the point where they die. And you already know that Hiro and her were going to team up. I mean, by the way, her name was 02 because she doesn't actually have a real name, so she just goes by her code name. But what's interesting about the show is that, yeah, that part was already basically understood. You saw that these two were going to be a couple, or at least for the show, they're going to be a couple. I guarantee it's going to have some very interesting romance stuff from these two. For the fact also she calls them my darling, which, by the way, that's awesome. I love that. Legitimately love how she says it too. It's like, oh god, makes my heart melt. I don't mind hearing her say that all the time, to be honest with you. But I will say that I did have some issues with the show, but I'll first talk about the good stuff that I think that was in the first episode. We had some nice mixture of action, a little bit of storytelling here and there. The narrative tried to put a lot of emphasis on this world already. We're starting to already get the idea that all these pilots have a rare inherent power within them, and they're not treated per se just as normal human beings. They're treated really as, I want to say, almost like guinea pigs because of the fact that they are the only ones that are able to pilot these giant machines. But the thing is that I felt like the first episode maybe was a little bit too much of an info dump. I think that maybe they should have backpedaled a little bit with some of the stuff they threw at us. Like, don't get me wrong, it wasn't so bad that you're like, oh god, I can't take in any of this. But at the same time, there's a lot of stuff like the listas, the parasite stuff, the fact that there's FRANXX, what type of world we have, the Klaxors, I think they're called. A little too much, a little too heavy-handed with that, but it's not a big deal. I mean, most Trigger stuff I'm used to kind of having a overload for the first episode, but most Trigger stuff in general also then starts describing things over the course of a series, so it's like, I'm not worried that I won't understand what's going on. I'm just saying that the first episode was definitely intense with that. But I'll tell you right now, the animation is definitely triggering A1 Pictures putting their, I want to say, just everything together. In my mind, most likely what happened here with this, you have Trigger animation, and then you have A1 Pictures assets, because A1 Pictures obviously is able to pump out anime. They pump out hundreds of anime a season, it seems like, I swear. But Trigger has great animation, so I know for a fact that, most likely A1 is probably the ones that are really financing a lot more, and, they probably are also helping with animation and stuff like that. You can see a little bit of here and there with A1 Pictures animation, but it was mostly Trigger stuff, and don't get me wrong, I love Trigger. Trigger's amazing to me, but I think this is the dream team, if you really consider it, because you have Trigger's amazing animators, and then you have the money and assets of A1 Pictures, which also has some great animators, so I'm really looking forward to what this show could do, because and I don't know if you guys will agree with me on this, but I felt like this is something I noticed. It felt like a mixture of various shows, very mecha shows, but I felt a lot of Fooly Cooly at times. Like, the way some of these characters are moving their mouths and even some of the action stuff, it reminded me of Fooly Cooly. I don't know why. And even when that Klaxor transformed, it looked like it was going to shoot a giant cannon out or whatever, I was like, that looks like Fooly Cooley. I don't know why that felt that way, but I can't be alone with that. I really can't. Also, we got some amazing music. Like, I love the music. It was really, really form-fitting. Like, the action sequences were better for it, and even just the more mellow moments were actually really good. So I love the music already. This is going to be a show I think is going to have a solid OST in general. I don't know if we got the opening song. I don't think the song we got at the end was the opening song. I think that's the ending song. I didn't really care for that much, but it wasn't bad either, so it's like, okay, you know, I'll take it. But what did you guys think about the first episode of Darling Frank? I would love to hear from you guys in the comments below. As always, guys and girls, if you like my reviews, please hit the subscribe button, share the videos around. You know, like the videos, you know the whole nine. Also, a lot of my other reviews are going to be delayed today, only because I haven't slept yet. If you can't tell, I am tired. I need to get some sleep. So don't expect Citrus or I want to say Citrus, Ancient Magus Bride, and I think March Comes the Lion. Don't expect them until like after maybe 4 o'clock or 5 o'clock today. You know, I really did want to get them out a little earlier, but I really need some sleep, so I apologize for that, guys. But, you know, I saw Darling Frank come out, I was like, you know what, I gotta review that, because, like I said before, I was really anticipating this show would be one of the better shows of the season so far, so I needed to get on this as soon as I could. Anyways, I will talk to you guys later. Have a great, blessed day. If I don't see you in my next review, everyone, God bless you all. Bye-bye, everyone.